What is going on, YouTube? Today we have some exciting new budget stuff from BlackBrick, so let's get into it. All right, guys, now I've done several of BlackBrick's stuff before. I'm sure you've seen the review of the heavy hitter and the brick house. Can you be quiet, bud? I'm trying to film, little buddy. The basehead kitty's over here making some noise. But anyway, I'm sure you've seen the reviews of these, and we also did the BB3 version 1 back a while ago. Now, I've been super happy with everything that they have sent me in the past, so when they said they want to send me some more stuff, I was all for it. So over here we have their Great 8 and their Mosquito 10. We're going to be reviewing this guy today. We'll be reviewing this guy here next, so stay tuned for that. But this is their most budget-friendly entry sub, coming in at only $59, so let's get into it. All right, let's take a look at the specs, of course, first. Of course, the Mosquito 10, $59.99. Stamp steel basket, non-pressed paper comb, stitch foam surround, 200 watts RMS, 400 peak. This is a dual voice coil sub, so that's really cool, being at this cheap of a price point. And it does have a 4-layer high-temp copper coil, 40-ounce magnet, 16 millimeters of X-Max, FS is 41.5, frequency response is 29 to 300, and the sensitivity is 85.2 dB. So let's take a look at this thing, guys. Overall, nice to have a dual voice coil sub at this price point. Y'all can see that 2-inch 4-layer voice coil in there. Pretty common basket. I think Scar has used a similar basket, so I know it gets the job done. The tinsel leads are sewn into the spider. That's really nice. A lot of times on these cheaper subs, they'll just have the lead going straight into the coil. So nice to see that. We do have pretty small terminals, but of course, for a 200-watt sub, they are plenty sufficient, and they feel fine. There's a little bit of wobbling just because this little mount is not the most robust thing in the world, but that is really, really common with this basket, and not a big deal. Just be a little careful when you're moving this guy around. Also got a nice looking motor, has a nice black textured finish, and has a little boot on it. So overall, good looking little guy. All right, now I picked up some prefab boxes from Scar. Y'all, if you're going out and buying a budget sub, you're probably not gonna build a really nice custom box. So prefab is the way to go, but it does pay to get a decent prefab box, guys. It can make all the difference in the world. Now, I've used these Scar ones a bunch. I have the dual 10-inch over there, and I have the single 12-inch over here for this setup. And I've been really, really impressed with them. I actually had a buddy who got this box for his 10-inch sub, and he really, really liked it. So we're going to be trying it out. If you need to pick up some of these boxes, links will be in the description below. Now, one little problem I've had with a lot of these Scar boxes is they don't give you enough wire, but this one actually has plenty of wire for once, so that's pretty cool. Now, this is a dual 4-ohm sub, and we are wired down to 2 ohms, and multimeter is saying 1.7, so that looks right on spot. This multimeter does read a teeny bit low, I've noticed, so we're good to go. Okay, so I've been kind of remodeling the shop in here. Some of y'all remember last year I redid this whole side of it. So I'm redoing this whole side now, so we'll be happy to get that done. But that's why I've got just random junk everywhere. But here's the Sundown that I'm giving away, the XV2. Not sure if I will have it shipped out by the time this video goes live or not. Not exactly sure when I'm uploading this. But yeah, that should be done with by the time this video goes live. So I think next, we're going to have the raffle on this Sundown XV3. This will be an awesome raffle. It'll be $10 to enter. So I think the way I'm going to do it, I'm just going to leave my PayPal username in the description below. Not sure if I'll do it in this video or the next when I really fully announce it. And again, it'll be $10 to enter. And if you want to do $20, that'll be 2 entries, you know, so on and so forth. But yeah, we'll do that. We'll leave that open for probably 2 weeks or so to get everybody time to see a couple videos of me going through it. And then after that, I'm going to be giving away this CT Meso 8 and the CT Sounds 700-watt monoblock amp. And then we've got other stuff too, so stay tuned for all that. Obviously, after filming stuff with a lot of bigger subs like this, it's a little different having an entry-level sub in here. Also, being a 10 makes it a little bit different as well, but it actually sounds really pretty good. I know the camera will not pick up the quality whatsoever. So for that normal kind of bass music, that 40 to 50 hertz, that your just normal songs are going to play, it actually sounds really pretty good. Nice, crisp and clear, hits the notes really, really well. Now, obviously, the really lows, it does not handle as well, and if you're wanting to smash those lows, you're probably not going to go out and buy a $60 10-inch sub anyway, but just got to let y'all know, of course. Well, let's do the musical RMS test. Of course, this thing is rated at 200 watts RMS, which in my opinion is a little underrated. I think it'll do that absolutely no problem. So let's get into that and see what it does. This is the SMD AMM1. This thing will read the real-time wattage going to the sub. So we'll go ahead and set it to real-time power and we'll start testing. For anybody new to the channel, we're running this off of a Taramps base 8K, so we have plenty of clean power going to the sub. Won't have to worry about clipping or anything like that. We have Off Use by JID. Let's see how it goes. As expected, made it through that no problem. No real heat or anything. Obviously, 200 watts is nothing, guys. Definitely think this thing could do a little bit more, no problem. All right, guys, now, of course, this just being a single little 10, we're not going to get any kind of crazy score, but might as well do the DB test, see what we get, and see what kind of burps this thing can take before it blows. Maybe we'll trash it, maybe not. Either way, we'll be putting way more than the 200 watts through it, so let's see what it does. Okay, we've got this thing set up. Let's do 45 hertz, see what we get. There we go, we put 486 watts through it. Then we got a little 127. That time we put 883 watts through it. And we got a 128.6. Let's give her another shot. 1400 watts, guys. And it's still sounding good, not maxing out yet. And we broke into that 130 range. Here we go again. Okay, that time 2,258 watts. We got a 133. Here we go again. 3,000 watts. Sounds like it's starting to kind of max out, but not bad yet. Yeah, we just got a 132.3, so didn't really gain anything there. But might as well turn it back up, see what else we can get. About the same power. Oh, but showing we got a 135.1. We'll give it another shot. The amp might be clipping a little bit. The ohms on this thing is rising to like 4 or 5 ohms, so we're not going to get near the 8,000 watts that this thing could put out down at 1 ohm, but let's give her another shot. Yeah, it's maxing out the amp there, but still 3,000 watts. And again, we got a 133.2. Okay, we put multiple 3,000 watt bursts through it. It's obviously way over the max rating for it. And everything is still feeling fine. Well, this little guy's holding up pretty good for being such a little fella. So I guess let's try a test tone RMS test. Just see if it can make it through a minute or two at that 200 watts at about 40 hertz. Y'all, this test is super brutal. There's no way you would ever need to put a sub like this anywhere near this amount of stress, but might as well do it. Got a little bass knob here, built by the one and only Steve over at Knob Concepts. Definitely hit him up. He made me this bass knob. He also made me this distribution block. He is awesome and he has awesome prices, so definitely go check him out if you want to, but let's set this guy to 40 hertz. Okay, this little guy made it through 3 minutes on a test tone at its RMS power. Y'all, that is really, really impressive. Now, I know this thing's only rated at 200 watts, so that's not a ton of power, but still, that means this thing is definitely accurately rated, and in my opinion, actually kind of underrated. Whereas you see a lot of companies, they'll get these things and they'll way overrate them. So that is absolutely wild, guys. Guys, for 60 bucks, this little sub is not bad at all. One, definitely accurately rated as far as the RMS power, probably underrated in my opinion. That is awesome. Like seeing BlackBrick rating stuff accurately, unlike some other brands out there that just don't necessarily always do that. So awesome to see that. Y'all, it did good for what it is. Obviously, if you're going to want to get crazy loud or go crazy low, you're going to want to go with a much different sort of sub. But for your average guy who's maybe got a smaller car, just wanting to throw a nice little tin in there that's not going to break the bank, this thing has you covered, and getting it with this box option, in my opinion, would be a great setup for somebody, especially if you're just starting out or you really just want to add some nice thump to your ride. So guys, my overall verdict for the 60 bucks, this thing is awesome. If you're in that price range, I'd go pick this up. Huge props to BlackBrick for making an affordable, honestly rated sub. Well, anybody who stuck around to the end of this video, got a little treat for y'all. We're gonna see what it takes to make this little fella go up in some smoke. Oh, there it goes. There she is. Smoke just rolling out of there. So we had a plan there at about 10 times its power. And that toasted her, guys. That sent her off the edge. Woo-wee!
No, I'm not a writer. Okay.
Well, now this Sequoia is going to smell like voice coil for a while, but y'all, I've blown up so many subs in these things, I don't really even smell it anymore. I'm so used to it at this point. Oh well. Hey, little guy took an absolute beating there, so that was pretty cool, guys. All right, y'all, go check out BlackBrick. Link will be in the description below. Go check out this box. We'll have a link to that as well. The link to the box will be an affiliate link, so should you purchase the box through that link, definitely helps me out a little bit, which helps me do what I do, guys. Stay tuned for the giveaways. Stay tuned for the raffles that we have going on. Really appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I know I say it every video, but it really helps, y'all. Just tapping that like button really can do a lot. So thank you very much. Basehead family, y'all are the best Basehead family out there. Y'all, as always, keep basing on.